Herb Brennett has demanded to spend a night with Joan. And I don't mean dinner and dancing.
He just came right out and said that?
Who is he?
He's the head of the Dealers Association, and I hope you told him to take a long walk.
There's 3 votes. We only need 2.
I thought about that, but all he has to do is say he can't sell cars with our campaign, and neither marketing nor the factory will fight him.
So
I brought up the subject with Joan.
You what?
Now, relax. She seemed more amused than shocked, and it's my opinion if we brought her the right amount.
So you thought you'd have us in here for coffee and talk about this?
What's the problem if she's amenable?
she said she'd do it?
She said we couldn't afford it.
She has a husband in Vietnam and a baby at home. And the work will be good enough to win on its own.
Plus, it's not a guarantee.
No, it's not. It's a guarantee we won't get it if we don't.
You have some nerve to even ask her.
That's right. And you should be thanking me because we've come too far and are too close to turning this place into what it should be. And now we're going to walk away? Over what?
He's one guy and we can win it without him. End of discussion.
Speaking of one guy, how does everyone else feel? I'd love to approach her with, say, a 10% finder's fee on the first year's commission. That's $50,000, a flattering amount which begs no negotiation.
I'm not going to stand in the way, but I'm not paying for it.
Hello, everybody. I'm Peter Travers, and this is Popcorn, where we tell you what's happening in pop culture. That's what the pop is for. And you've just seen a clip from Mad Men Season 5, starring, among many other people, John Slattery. And John Slattery is here. Roger Sterling himself is with us.
Here I am.
This is the 5th season now.
Yeah.
The show has won an Emmy as Best Drama Series for the first 4 seasons.
Right.
Everything. But none of you guys, including you, has won the Emmy yet for acting. What's up with that?
That's how good the writing is. You can just plug
the
a
writing
monkey
is so
into
good,
every one of
you
these
can put
parts.
anyone in. I could be in it. It would
Right.
be okay.
Doesn't matter.
Wow.
No one would notice.
Do you all get bitter and resentful?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would too. I mean, I think really.
Bitter.
Look at
drunk.
Well, that happens on the
Pissed
show.
off. I mean, you don't think about it, and then the Emmys come up, and then everybody starts talking about it, and then there's a lot of attention placed on it. There's people predicting who's going to win and what are you going to wear and all that, and you get an earful of it for a month and a half. So you start to to care. You start, like, I'm sure anybody. Do you think about it every day? Never. And then it's the closer it gets, and everybody's talking about it all day long. You start to think, I wonder if I'm going to win. And then when you don't win,
then you get bitter.
Then you don't win 4 years in a row, and then it's not as much fun as winning. I imagine. I've never won.
Can you just explain to those people that aren't like me and obsessed with the show who Roger Sterling is?
Let's see. Roger Sterling is the son of the founder of Sterling Cooper, which was the original agency that Don Draper worked for. He's a naval war veteran from World War II, twice divorced at this point. Well, almost divorced, I think, the second time. Had a couple of heart attacks, a bit of a philanderer, likes a cocktail. I think he's a little sometimes resentful of the fact that what he does and what he's good at isn't necessarily as easily recognized as the creative side, managing accounts, running the place, working harder than it looks like he's working, not afraid to speak his mind, gets in trouble for it.
You can go online and have the one-liners of Roger Sterling.
It sounds like a good personal ad
it is.
for like to Match.com.
It is.
Right?
It's all there.
Roger would clean up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great character to play. Fun.
But when you set up a show like this, when somebody like Matt Weiner is so in control of this, what happens when you have the table read of a new script?
He expects you to step up, put your, have an opinion, make choices. You don't have time to shoot everything. You have to make choices. You gotta, this is a short schedule, so you gotta go, well, I really wish I could do that. We can't do that. We don't have the money for that. We don't have the time for that. So how do you tell the story in as few shots as possible?
But I mean, that is you as a director. You've done, 3 episodes as a director.
3.
Yeah.
Not very many.
Still.
3 more
When you're
than
the
none.
director, we're all accustomed to thinking the director has some word in this, and yet what you're saying is that you submit.
Well, it's television. The
cut-
producer is king.
King.
I mean, in a film, you know, as the director, it's your film. You start with the creative. You make the creative decisions. I mean, not all entirely, obviously, but it's all a collaboration. But in this case, you know, it's clearly Matt Weiner's show, and it should be. I mean, well, whatever. I can't say enough about his.
No, it's a good thing. And I guess
obviously-
I'm just looking for the moment where anybody that's on that show who would be reading a script at a meeting
Yeah.
and saying, what if he said this? How does Matt handle that? Does he say, you moron? No, you're never going to say it this way? This is how it's written?
Well, I mean, there's all kinds of responses. I mean, we shot a line that we thought would be funny as an alternate to what was written, and he got mad because he said, "Don't you think I've thought of that?" Which the thing is, he has thought of that. He's thought of all those permutations, and he's written them down and scratched them out in favor of what is delivered. By the time the actors get the script, it's been through, I don't know, 8, 10 drafts. 12, I don't know, you know, changes here and there. Then we do the table read. After the table read, he says, everybody stick around, this might be the last chance I can tell you whatever's on my mind before you go shoot, which could be after right after, if the read-through happens at lunch. Sometimes you start shooting right away. So he'll say, by the way, you know, it's just a table read. He's a funny line, he says, it's not a performance, but it will be judged as one. And so, you know, you're just reading. Sometimes, you know, it doesn't
That's
occur to you till
relaxing.
after you said it. Yeah. There's definitely that's what makes it so electric. These readings are amazing. And I said one day, you should put a camera on this.
Should.
But it would ruin it. Everybody would be conscious of the camera, and it wouldn't be the same. It's interesting. He writes extremely specifically, but he'll say he doesn't have a mind for what the room looks like. So he'll go, no, I meant under the clock. And you're like, well, they're under the clock. And you go, no, that's not what I meant. He sees it differently, I guess.
When you're directing, do they pick on you? I mean, these are guys you've worked with all the time.
A little in the
Now you're telling
beginning,
them.
but there's, you know, yeah, a little, but not really. They would just laugh you off and then, you know, tell you to go away.
Laugh you off.
Well, you don't want too much direction. You know what you're supposed to be doing, and then if you do a take and then you go, oh, all right, I didn't do that right, or I didn't. Okay, we did it that way. Now we should try one, whatever, lighter, shorter, whatever. So it's just an adjustment.
What would be a moment that resonates with you in playing Roger Sterling?
I always like to watch people interrupt themselves, actors, you know, because it makes it's a difficult thing to do consciously. And there's a scene with Jared Harris and myself, which I was directing, and I did that in the middle of it. And I thought, I'll take that. I'll take that scene on the couch, just a two-person scene on the couch, having been able to do that while directing it, and it worked well enough that they kept it in. I was like, I'll take that. And it isn't the sensational moment. It's just it isn't some big, you know, explosion. It's just a little.
The small moment.
Yeah, I'm more drawn toward those.
Well, we always end the show on sensational big moments.
Oh, you do? So
We
now I have to.
It's always song.
I'm going to explode. Oh.
No, it's as simple as that. But
Really?
everyone does it. John Hamm has done it. Everybody sings a little of something. It's just that moment. That's a musical moment.
A musical moment.
that you share with the world outside.
This is going to be horrible for everyone.
It's never horrible because it's just what you said. It's
what is
that
it? Just
small-
mean something that's been kicking around in your head?
in your head? Yeah, anything. It just.
Oh, I do have a song that I
Okay.
can't stop listening to.
That's it then.
I wish I could. You know, there's a song, Black Keys have a new record, El Camino, and it's a song called Lonely Boy. And it's a great video. And there's a guy just dancing in front of like I don't know, it's a box office or an office. And it goes, I am so above you, and it's plain to see that I came to love you anyway. So you pulled my heart out, and I don't mind bleeding any old time you keep me waiting, waiting, waiting. And then it goes, oh, 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 I'm a lonely boy. Wait. Oh, oh, oh. Anybody know this? Oh, oh, oh.
No, we only know your version.
I'm a lonely boy. I'm a lonely boy. Any old time you keep me waiting. And it goes on.
That is beautiful. Nothing could top that now.
Nothing?
John, thank you.
Thanks, Peter.
Thank
That
you.
was fun.